Okay, let me hear one thing from you real quick. All right. Now I don't want to say hex, pre-hex, and stuff like that, but let's just be for real. Okay, there was a crypto world before Uniswap and after Uniswap in a way because now let's just say if Uniswap didn't exist, hex would still be the same thing it is right now. Hex would still work. Everything's on Ethereum. We wouldn't have much of a problem outside the gas fees, and then we'd be trying to make our own Ethereum. So Uniswap is whatever, right? I mean, yeah, use Uniswap is whatever, but or Hex is whatever in terms of that and Pulse Chain and stuff, right? But the whole before and after Uniswap, this is how crazy like people don't understand when like Hex launched, there wasn't like we were in the last ages of the before times when like crypto was still very not advanced. Then Uniswap came out. We popularized it in Hex and stuff. We were the people like who got Uniswap popping. It was Hexagons. Nobody else. Nobody else. Trust me on that. There was like, I mean, you go on YouTube, you couldn't even find tutorials of how to use Uniswap or anything.
And we were running it. I mean, we were
all the liquidity pools.
Not
Hex
only
was
that, liquidity pools weren't around back then. You had Ether, Delta.
Yeah.
Uniswap was the fire that gave you the ability to get beyond sex wash swapping. It was the fire from Poseidon that allowed you to see on screen, on chain, exactly what an order book was. Right. Ether, Delta, if you fucked up with a zero, you're done, bitch. You lost your bag. From there, we built mechanics onto it, which we all front run and figured out how to do and proclaimed and built. Now we are running with fire. We are building metal. Yes.
Yeah. Uniswap changed crypto.
Yeah, it changed crypto from that point.
And most users don't know that.
No, most users don't even know that. No, they're coming into it right now where it actually working. I remember like we were just like the only way I could figure out to get Hex, especially in the beginning, was just like the AA amplifier and stuff like that and all that stuff. Absolutely. And then eventually, trying to get the big payday and then staking stuff, and then eventually we're like, fuck, the price is better on Uniswap. let me force myself to learn how to use this thing. I was like, oh, it's not that hard. Cool. I didn't even know about MetaMask until Richard told us about it. Like he was like, "Oh yeah, MetaMask is good." Oh, done. Let's do it. And I wouldn't be shocked that we're one of the people that helped like popularize MetaMask. We haven't talked about that either.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like we all use MetaMask, so we brought up the transactions on MetaMask. And I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to say I'm not saying we invented coffee, but just. but all jokes aside with that, right? Like the before and after, right? We're some of the on DeFi native people that pushed the adoption of DeFi, and from there, all the stuff that we count as there's something I call like outside of like the L7 loser of the box, right? There's like these 4 points that I always talk about when it comes to like when valuing a project, right? Who's the founder? Who's the team? What type of community does it have? Does it even have a community? Product market fit, and who are the major investors, right? Now there's another 4, which are called basically, I call it the L1 starter pack. So you've seen those memes and stuff of like, it's like, oh, Latina starter pack, big ass fucking nails, hot Cheetos, big ass hoop earrings, bad makeup, right? Now, there's the other joke of the side of it. It was like the L1 starter pack is you need an L1 token, you need an Aave, you need a Uniswap, and you need an NFT, and you need a NFT, what's called marketplace. These are the 4 things that you need. It's like when you're trying to start a town. You need a church, a bar, and some places for people to live, and that's a town, and stuff like that. So having this sort of stuff now, right? All these DeFi primitives, all this stuff, all the leverage and all the exchanges, whether we like it or not, this is all the stuff that we need for an ecosystem to run. And now, basically, when people start their own thing, they're automatically getting it all.
Yeah.
So it's like where we had to use the telephone. Like the reason we're so good at what we're doing is because we actually had to use the old shit, and we really know how to move money around. We know how to use these bridges and stuff and everything. Now the new DeFi user just jumps instantly to everything working. And this is why I've called the last cycle, the 2021 cycle, which started in the bottom. Let's just call it in 2020. It started in 2020, entered in 2021, and now we're in 2023. That entire cycle was like the fastest growth of like on-chain DeFi of all time, and I really believe that was a different age of crypto. Like before 2019, the end of 2019, back, we were living in the Stone Age. All you could do with crypto is here.
That's it.
Can I have it? Thank you.
That's it.
That's all you could do with crypto. It's still incredible. Because imagine I could send you something without you like I'm gonna send you money. No one can stop it.
No,
The government says no. I sent it to you. So
Did it?
Sorry, that's it. But now we can lend each other money. And whether now borrowing and lending money, but people want to do it, so you have to allow it, right? People want to sell pixelated cat gifs. Hey, there you go.
Have at it.
Have at it, right? You guys want to trade 24/7 all day? Pff, there you go. There's on-chain charts and shit. Like show the screen real second.
Yep. Go ahead.
There's Deck Screener live right there. Someone just bought $2,000 of Hedron. There you go. Right? Like, for $2,000 of USDC, right? And this is where we're at now, right? And so we tested it out. We played around with all the bugs. We went through all the disasters, the rugs, the LPs and shit, all this crap. And there's more to come still.
Oh yeah.
But there's something I call cycles theory. So in the 2013 cycle, when we got $1,000 Bitcoin for the first time, right? That was, I call it the vaporware era. So when we had the first inklings, like, okay, you take the screen down. For the first time, we had people saying like, okay, we have this Bitcoin thing. It started in 2011. We had this Bitcoin thing. Maybe we should try to do something else. Or maybe like I want to launch something, but the Bitcoiners won't let me. Let me launch. So the good guys would launch coins because they're trying to launch something because the Bitcoin guys wouldn't let them update the code. All right, fuck it. Okay, fine. And then other people were like, yo, I want to gamble. And I want to like make a shit coin to take money from people who are stupid enough to give me their Bitcoin. And no, seriously. And then this was a known thing that the reason you went into altcoins is because you were gambling to get more Bitcoin.
Yep.
That was the gamble. Now,
and then we'd have those seasons.
We had the season, and then you had the first altcoin season. You had the birth of like Litecoin and a couple other things and stuff. Yeah. Dark coin, color coin, master coin, and Vitalik actually worked on some of these early projects. People don't even know that, and those are the ideas he got from those early shitcoin projects gave rise to Ethereum in 2017 later on and stuff like that. Well, 15, 14, and then going to 16. 15. Yeah, 15. But now watch this. Then from there, once Bitcoin, then it topped out with Bitcoin, hitting $1,000, and then it just turbo nuking down to $80, right? Mount Gox and all that stuff, right? Now what happened from there is all the guys who got rich, or at least saw people got rich, or played around in the ecosystem. So that the stage one of a cycle of a 4-year cycle is I like to call the early adapter cycle, the DeFi native cycle. Which is this is where like a new ideas come out. People see what's going on. They're like, wow, this stuff's really cool. Yep. I want to make my own coin one day. Or like, I got my own coin, made some money. Let's do it again. And you had the second cycle, which was the retail cycle. When we figure out how to make these shit coins and all this stuff. And that's what I'm thinking as a person who was back in 2013, how to make these shit coins. And then what did we get in 2017? We got 2013 squared.
Yep.
It was mostly all vaporware, but every cycle, there's always good stuff, a little bit of good stuff, right? Mm-hmm. You have Bitcoin got bigger, you had the exchanges got stronger, you had more on ramping of money and stuff like you were letting credit cards on thing, probably not great.
And that was the era of cloud mining,
and all these proof of work, all these stupid. We basically proof of work coins are stupid for the most part and stuff. Having them almost all fail, and but you had the birth of Ethereum now. Our cycle, the cycle where we really were where Hexcame got created, which is in the bottom of the bear market in 2019. All this DeFi primitive stuff. So finally, we've created an L1. We've created somewhere where okay, I think Ethereum is really cool. What can we build on this thing? So we build things like OpenSea, Curve. So you can have so your stable coins aren't fucking all fucked up. So they're actually all deep liquidity. So you can actually trade. I can trade my DAI for USDC for Tether. Mm-hmm. For BUSD, cool. And then from there, you put in extra incentives on top of that with I forgot the name of the project and stuff. It's all I'm pulling this all live, ladies and gentlemen. With Curve and all these other projects, right? And then from there you had synthetics, and then you had Aave, and then now you have all these other things. So you had the beginnings of these DeFi primitives and stuff, and then you had all these shit coins on. Of course, you always have shit coins, no matter what. You never escape it. You always have, and you gotta have the casino, right? You had all these shit. You had some of the first coins that you were able to get onto Uniswap just did fantastically well because you allowed money to be free, and you finally released the grasps of coins launch. Because if you had a shit coin and you couldn't make a deal with with Binance or Coinbase, your coin was going nowhere.
Yeah. Right.
But now with Uniswap, you could sidestep the exchanges and build our own thing.
Yep.
That's the incredible thing.
Without any capital.
Without any capital, just launch your stuff. If you and your 1,000 friends, you and 1,000 people, you and 300 guys, like, I believe in this stuff. Let's launch it. Boom. You guys are YouTubing about it. And you guys think you could make your coin work.
Well, that's why Hex was organic.
Right.
It was organic, and it was organic DeFi.
Right.
It like rose from the dirt of what was supposed to be the fertile ground of DeFi, and Uniswap made it possible. Hex made it right. Yeah. I mean, it was a perfect storm. The way true DeFi came out.
Right.
Like you said, there were these ancillary things that were tapping on it, trying to say, well, we kind of know what DeFi is. We're kind of going to be DeFi, but we're still centralized, and we're still
CeFi.
We're CeFi DeFi. We're CeFi DeFi, and they were like dabbling with it, and then Richard just laid it down there. Whack, boom, just beat all you guys to it because you guys don't have enough sense to just make an immutable code that's done.
Right.
Done. And